Y'all, the roosters have come home to nest. Caw-caw, caw-caw. Yo, Simon Guobadia just got ordered by a judge to pay $200K, right? In a fight over a 5.8 Florida mansion. Now, if you guys don't know, the lady is saying Susie Levy, I guess she found a way to serve Simon papers, is saying that her and Simon entered into a business arrangement. He gave his word. He signed papers. He even went so far as to put $200,000 in an escrow, right? However, what happened with that? The real estate thing went out. This is via Radar Online. Now listen, here's the thing about it, right? He put down a $200K deposit to buy the property. He reneged on his word. He broke the contract. Susie was so upset. We're going to get into the reports. Now, here's the thing that I was just like, where do they do that there? When they do that type of stuff, right? Usually when they do that type of stuff, you are happy, right? If you have means, you are happy that the person lets you out of the contract, because a lot of times, right? Nobody knows what their housing contract look like. But a lot of times, if you have the means, they can literally get some type of injunction or court order and force the sale of the property through because you asked for it. It doesn't matter. It's like if you order a custom-made couch, right? You can't get your money back because the couch is custom-made. You got to keep going with the deal. However, Susie, in my opinion, was nice enough to say, you know what? I don't even know what's going on. You reneged on the deal. Just give me the $200,000 down payment that we already had in our contract that you would pay me. Just give me that and we'll call it even. And just go on, get out of here. And you know Simon had the nerve to look at her and be like, nah, I didn't meant to. Right? Now listen, I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if he actually declined to pay, but I do know that Radar Online reported, I think this was a month ago, that Susie was trying to get that $200,000 and Simon was refusing to release it. It was in escrow, and in order for things to be released from escrow, both parties have to agree. Simon was refusing to release it. How the hell are you buying new houses when your girlfriend, fiance, maybe wife, we'll see what happens, literally name is not on the deed, right? She ain't on the mortgage according to public record. And on top of that, you literally buying his and her Bentleys, which low key, is her name even on that Bentley? Or is that just a trade-in from the, well, not Bentley, Rolls Royces. You know he had 2 Rolls, I think, right? And one of them we haven't seen. Is it missing? Did he trade it in? Listen, literally, these are questions we need to ask, right? But anyway, we don't even know if her name's on that, but you talking about some his and hers, right? Meanwhile, you don't want, honestly, let's do an inventory, right? Simon bought a house, didn't put Portia's name on the deed or mortgage, right? I can understand not being on the mortgage because the way this man walks away from bills and the way he walked away from the money that Susie alleged he owed her, and it looks like it wasn't alleged. The court literally told him to pay up, right? We got to see a Portia's name on that car if he just traded in one of his old cars and let her drive it around, right? Play a dress up, right? The same way she play a living girlfriend. The role of girlfriend/wife will be paid by Portia Williams this evening, right? Now, listen. According to court documents obtained by Radar, right? A Florida judge ordered him to pay $200K smackaroos to put down a deposit, right? And it said it should be turned over to the homeowner. And I'm a little confused. You got all this money. You sitting there, like I said, writing bios saying you own half the world, right? You invented Amazon. Now, I'm joking, but he was saying, writ his own bio and put his own pictures for that Indian company to blast around saying he was worth 500 million. Even if you're worth 40 million. How the hell are you? Listen, I guess that's hood rich, right? You buying stuff and you not even paying your bills, right? You buying the hood, the trailer park, you buying stuff and you not paying your bills. All for front on Instagram. Listen. Don't forget, this all happened in August with Susie Levy, and this was against Portia's fiance at a company named Sunbelt Title Agency. Oddly enough, is Sunbelt the same person that got the mortgage? I wonder what Sunbelt is, what their deal. You know what? Who cares? Let's get into these details. Now, Susie did claim, again, that Simon agreed to purchase her 7-bedroom, 9-bathroom, 7,000 square foot Fort Lauderdale home in 5. Also, real quick, just because that mess called Portia Family Matters is over, right? Doesn't mean we're still not going to have a Kiki. Join me this Sunday at 9:15. We're going to be doing a weekend recap, talking about the Tasha K case, talking about delusions of grandeur, and talking about also what the streets are talking about. It's going to be super, super fun, a good time. You know how I do. Make sure you join me. Anyway, let's get back to the mess. 5.8 million. You think that Portia and Simon were planning on moving out of Atlanta? Yo, listen, this is pure speculation, but wouldn't it have been something if Dennis actually got word of the fact that Portia and Simon were thinking about moving outside of Atlanta, and that's why he asked for shared custody also, in addition to seeing Portia act a damn fool in that restaurant, throwing everything she could, forks, knives. Listen, whatever wasn't nailed down, she looked like she was throwing it at him. But wouldn't that be interesting if that was an extra layer? If Dennis got wind through those Atlanta streets, because you know they be talking, right? If Dennis got wind of the fact that Portia and Simon were planning on purchasing a home in Fort Lauderdale, right? For their reality TV show, the second season, it looks like it might not be coming. And because in Georgia, right, if you are a father, you do not have any custodial rights till you go to court. You can be forced to pay child support. You can do everything, and you have no rights to the child at all until you actually go to court and petition for some type of custodial rights over the child. Dennis ain't stupid. Mama Gina ain't raised no fool. Wouldn't it be interesting if that was another layer where he was like, oh, hell no. Now y'all thinking about moving out of the county or the state? And trust and believe, under Georgia law, Dennis wouldn't have had a leg to stand on if he said, you're not moving out of this state with my baby. Now, we don't know if that happened. I'm just floating that out there. But wouldn't it be interesting? Because, y'all, here's the thing. Whenever Simon Guobadia and Portia Williams is involved, it looks like anything's possible, right? But that's speculation. Here's the thing. Why? You might be asking, well, Susie, right? Why did the judge award you $200,000, right? And why did Simon think he had the right not to pay? Because Susie claimed that she turned in a fully executed seller document with the closing agent. And around this time, she says things started to go south with Guobadia. You know what they say, look at the way people do business agreements, because it's a sign of how they keep their word. I'm just saying, Susie literally was so kept up, thought she sold her house, even turned in the documents, and Simon just walked away. What if he had proposed marriage to Susie? You think they would have gotten over? Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to marry Portia. I'm just saying that sometimes you need to look at the way people keep their word, right? Now, so then Susie went on to accuse Simon, they refer to him as a businessman. Oh, why not, Radar Online? The businessman. She accused the businessman of not paying the remaining balance due of the purchase price. And she was furious that he defaulted on the deal despite her being ready to unload the property. I can imagine that. He literally wasted that woman's time. And then on top of that, instead of doing the right thing and being like, you can just keep that $200K because we already agreed in the contract that if I default, you get the $200K, and you got the nerve to sit there and make that woman take you to court. I hope she got court fees, right? Now, here's the thing. Susie did demand the $200K deposit, right? It was being held by a third party, right? Listen. Woo! Portia's man defaulted and demanded mediation. I know that's right. You know why he demanded mediation? Because usually when there's mediation, there's some type of confidentiality agreement. But here's the thing. How are you going to demand the mediation when you're the one that defaulted? I mean, I guess in life, ain't no harm in asking. But don't you feel a little bit dumb? A little bit stupid? I don't know, right? Now, she said, hell no, you ain't getting mediation, because she said the buyer's in default of the obligations under the contract, and he materially breached the contract, among other things. Failing to purchase the property in accordance with the terms of the contract, failing to close the transaction contemplated by the contract on or before closing date, and refusing to permit the escrow agent to pay the deposit on the seller despite a prior demand. The court records even revealed that Simon never filed an official response to the lawsuit. Sloppy, messy, I don't even know, right? As a result, the judge entered in a default judgment ordering the $200K to be turned over. Okay, so I guess what it is, maybe Simon did realize he was dead wrong, but you know, like anyone that needs his pennies, he was holding on to that $200K for dear life. For all y'all saying that Cardi B ain't do nothing by taking off $200,000 off of the medical bills for Tasha K. Listen, Cardi B must have did something, because right about now, I'm sure Simon Guobadia wishes he had his 200K, because it looks like he was fighting tooth and nail for it. But you know what? It's all good. Susie got her money. It has been restored, but I'm telling you, sometimes with business arrangements, you look at the way people treat other people and the way they keep their word, saying all these pretty things, pledging devotion, doing this, even signing legal documents, and they'll walk away without anything. Y'all, let this be a cautionary tale to anyone that's selling a house, or I don't know, to Simon Guobadia. Listen, if you want some references, talk to Susie. She'll let you know how he do. All right, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you. And don't forget, this Sunday at 9:15 p.m., I will be live. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you join me.